Well, we are back to making YouTube videos, back to talking about games, back to doing the shit that I really enjoy doing. And what a time for gaming indeed, as we just had all the June reveals and there were some incredible new IPs, some very hyped sequels, and a lot of really good stuff shown all around. And so, why not go through all of it, or most of it, at least the things that stuck out for me, the things I am most excited for, so it's going to be more of a personal, free flow kind of video, and let's just hop right into it. First off, some honorable mentions that didn't make it to the list. We got Titan Quest 2, looks very much like a Path of Exile clone, and that's not really a bad thing. We got Ground Zero, a very classic Resident Evil inspired type of game, and I'm all down for it. And finally we have Chronos The New Dawn, a new horror third-person shooter, which looks quite solid. And now onto the list. At number 40, I put Hell Is Us. An interesting name for a game, and it's quite an interesting game from what we've been shown. A bit of sci-fi, a bit of horror, all that. My main concern is it looks odd, it looks a bit indie. I don't know how it's going to function, it just looks really weird. But the more and more I see of this game, the more it raises my curiosity. There seem to be some interesting elements of investigation they're adding into it, and it's definitely a game I'm going to keep my eye on. At number 39, we have Beast of Reincarnation, a game that sort of came out of nowhere and really surprised people. It looks fantastic, the combat looks like it could be really fun, some of the enemy design looks cool, a mixture of robots and wooden spirit animals. But interestingly, it's being made by Game Freak, which has made the Pokemon games, and those weren't great the last couple of times, so there's reason to be skeptical, but it looks really damn good. At number 38, we have Dying Light, The Beast. Now, Dying Light has been a bit weird as a franchise. First game, very good. Second game, couple steps forward, couple steps back. Not really an overall improvement, but it's hard to say if it's better or if it's worse than the first one. So there's reason to be skeptical with this next upcoming one, but everything we've seen so far, the combat looks good, it looks like it's going back more for what Dying Light 1 was going, the environments look really cool, like we're somewhere in some village instead of like a big city. It looks like it's trying to be more horror-like, which the story has never been good in these games, but the vibe could be quite nice, hopefully. There's reason to be excited, there's also reason to be skeptical. At number 37, we have Mortal Shell 2. Now, oh boy, let me tell you something. I really disliked the first game. I thought there were definitely some good elements in it, but the healing system and the level design were so atrocious that I think the whole experience was just bad. But with this game, if they simply improve in those really weak elements, they make the level design actually good, and they just give you a normal healing flask system, the vibe shown in the trailer and the combat and the enemy design, it all looks phenomenal. So this game could be a blast, but I'm much more worried about it than some of the other games on this list. And at number 36, we have potentially one of the oddest games on here. There Are No Ghosts at the Grand. A very strange game that has a beautiful art style, a very strong vibe. It's a mixture of house flipper, sort of taking care of the houses and renovating this town, mixed with some paranormal investigation at night that looks very interesting and puzzle-like. The whole idea that the game is going for really caught my attention, and I hardcore worked with it, and I'm really down to try this one out when it comes out. Now, I did say the last game was one of the weirdest ones I have on here, and I said that because number 35 is Into the Unwell. First off, I love the Cuphead art style of old classic cartoons. It looks fantastic, and it looks really good in 3D. This is also just a really wacky, fun-looking game, a roguelike where you play as some drunk cat using crazy tools and fighting wacky-ass enemies. Just looks like it could be an absolute blast and one that really caught my curiosity. At number 34 is LEGO Voyagers. I did not expect this game to even be on my list, but the more I thought about it, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring Night Rain with a friend, and this looks like the perfect game for us to duo in. It looks just really fun and cute and nice. And additionally, some of the puzzle elements of this game look really nice, putting together blocks to create ramps and levers and all that kind of stuff. It just looks really fun, and like a great bloody time. At number 33, we have Ill. This game looks fantastic. Gory, bloody, horrific, like body mutations, teeth, and all the like weird, creepy shit. It looks phenomenal and like it could be a really scary first person shooter. I only have one holdup with this game. I'm worried this is an Anthem situation and the game is gonna end up not being real, but only time will tell with that one. And at number 32, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, the remake. Now, I've played the first two games, the remake of those two, and I had a bloody good time. It's very fun, some good old skating around, some nice level design, doing tricks and all that. It's just a blast. And this looks like more of the same, with some cool new maps that are being remastered, and I'm down for all of that. At number 31, we have Mouse PI for Hire. Now, I already explained how I love this art style and the game looks phenomenal. I also love first-person shooters, so this just looks right up my alley with some really fun weaponry, some goofy enemies. It all just looks like an absolute blast and a great damn time. At number 30, we have Code Vein 2. I really like the first game, ton of fun, very well designed for the most part. A couple of issues here and there, but for the most part, great. And then this game looks just like a better sequel. Some of the bosses that got revealed look really cool. More abilities and weapons and all that kind of stuff. Just looks like exactly what I would want from a sequel to this game. And I love Souls-likes as well. So this will be definitely one to look out for. At number 29, we have Grounded 2. Now, I don't really like survival games, but the first Grounded was really great, really unique and interesting game that kept me hooked for many hours playing with my cousin, and it had great overall design in both crafting, base building, like enemy design and all that. Got a little slower towards the end because I don't think the combat was its strongest part per se, and there was too much of it towards the end. But still, phenomenal game for the most part, and this game just looks like an upgraded sequel. More tools and stuff, more weapons, more enemies, the kind of things you would expect in a sequel to the first game. It just all looks really great. At number 28, we have Thief VR. Now, I've been getting a lot more into VR as of recent, and I just really fuck with it. It's a ton of fun, great for both gameplay and immersion, and this game looks really good. I never played a Thief game, but I'm super down for the idea of stealth in VR. The mechanics and everything shown in the trailer looks great. It's made by Vertigo Games, who have a really good library behind them, Arizona Sunshine and many more absolute hits on the VR. So this will definitely be a great game when it comes out. I don't know if one of the best VR games, but definitely one I'm going to keep my eye out for because it's going to be good. At number 27, we have Ghost of Yotei. Now this game looks really great from what we've seen. Obviously, it's going to be a beautiful game. The story looks compelling enough. I don't know how much I'm down for a revenge story, but it could definitely work. I have some faith in Sucker Punch. They haven't had a miss yet, so there's definitely that to consider. But I'm also skeptical about this one. I keep thinking of Last of Us 2 and keep thinking this game is gonna end up being some kind of disappointment. And I'm really hoping I'm just wrong and it's gonna be amazing. We will see. At number 26, we have Death Stranding 2. Now, Death Stranding 1 was very controversial. I only heard people either love it or they hate it. There's very few in-betweens. And obviously, the gameplay is a bit like you're a mailman in almost the apocalypse. And so a lot of people called it a walking simulator. Other people said it's actually really fun. So, Death Stranding 2 is probably going to follow in similar footsteps. And my assumption is going to be, if you liked 1, you're going to like 2. If you didn't, you're definitely not going to like the sequel. I haven't played 1, I really want to, I think I'll like it, and this game looks really exciting and interesting in the right ways, so I'm going to keep my eye on it, and I'm hoping it's good. At number 25, we have Mafia: The Old Country. Now, I really like Mafia 1 and Mafia 2 a lot. Mafia 3, you could tell it's unfinished in a lot of ways, and they had to rush it a bit, and there's a lot of things I really dislike about that game. There were like elements of something good, but it didn't come out that way. But this game looks very polished, graphics obviously beautiful, the story looks very interesting, and they've proven they can make really interesting narratives as of recent. Gameplay looks very fun, and I just love the setting. I think going backwards to more of a, don't know exactly when it takes place, but let's just say Red Dead Redemption sort of time period. I'm very sold on that. That was probably a little ahead of that time. And yeah, hell yeah, give it to me. I'll play it. And at number 24, we have Stranger Than Heaven, or otherwise known as Project Century. Now obviously I'm gonna be excited for this shit. It's the damn Yakuza developers. They only make incredible fucking games. Love Yakuza 0. Love it. Kiwami 2, 4, 5. All of those are phenomenal. It's just high bar, high quality. They know how to do narrative. They know how to do gameplay. And like a 1940 style detective like gangster drama. I mean, come on, this is perfect realm for them to work within, and this game's just gonna be phenomenal, no questions about it. So I'm excited as hell. At number 23, we have Lego Party. I don't know what took so long for them to make a Mario Party game, but with Legos. But it's finally coming, and it actually looked really damn good. I can't believe how good it looked. Like, I really want to play this with my friends. I'm excited for it. 60 mini games or something, they said. They look really fun. Looks like a really colorful, imaginative kind of game. Exactly what you would want from this style. And yeah, I want to play it. At number 22, we have Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Clearly made by the same people who made TMNT Shredder's Revenge, and I really liked that game. It was tons of fun. And just, this looks like more of the same, but with Marvel characters, a beat 'em up that I'm probably gonna have a ton of fun playing with friends. It's probably only gonna be like 25 bucks when it comes out, so easy pickup. Ton of characters to play with from what we've seen. Recently we got She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon, but I know there's definitely more, and I don't exactly remember which ones. Easy fun game for sure. And at number 21, we have Persona 4 Revival. Now this game, I mean, come on, I love Persona 5, Persona 3 was amazing. I haven't played Persona 4, but it's on my list, I just gotta get to it. And a remake for it looks great, looks beautiful, looks like a really nice upgrade to a game that we already know is great. What's there not to be excited for? Come on. At number 20 is Invincible Versus. I mean, this game looks great. Come on, it's a fighting game with the Invincible characters. Invincible has just been a phenomenal show so far. And, you know, playing the characters you love, Rexplode, Invincible, Adam Eve, Omni-Man, even a lot of more of the villains, a lot of characters we want to see and play. And it's very faithful to the show, it's very bloody and gory and all that. A lot of the finishers are the scenes we've seen from the show as well. So it just looks like a very faithful adaptation of what we already really like. So hell yeah, I'm down for this one. And at number 19, we have Dawn of the Bloodwalker. Wait, I fucked up. At number 19, we have the Blood of Dawnwalker. Now, I of course think vampires are hella fucking cool, and they have been underutilized in gaming. I don't know why we have more vampire games, there's only a couple really. And this game just shows a huge amount of potential with the traversal, because you can go into bat form and all that. Some teleportation is shown. Combat looks really good. It's similar to like a Souls-like almost. And I believe it's Bandai Namco, so they're kind of in that realm already. And it just looks bloody, gothic, dark, all the kind of shit you would want from a game like this. This could be really damn good if they nail it right. And at number 18, we have Silent Hill F. Kind of a funny name. I don't know why they would call it that, especially if the game is terrible. Everyone's just gonna call it Silent Hill Failure. Like, why would you call it F? But beyond that, looks pretty good actually. Enemy design looks hella fucking cool. The monsters are kind of creepy, doll-like mannequins could really work. It's bloody, horror, all that kind of shit. Very Japanese-like, which is pretty nice for like a horror game. Because Resident Evil is very not Japanese, it's very American. So this looks interesting, looks very different. There's a lot of potential, there's also a lot of room to fuck up, so we will see what happens. And at number 17, we have Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Now, Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of my favorite games of all time, so of course this is going to be on the list. and graphically it looks amazing. And everything we've seen so far in the trailers just looks like the same game I've played. So very likely just gonna be the same excellent game that everyone loves, but with better graphics, so it's gonna be a hit. And at number 16, we have Blighted. Now, Drinkbox Studios have made some really great games. Guacamelee is a ton of fun. Nobody Saves the World I thought was really great. So anything new they're gonna make, I'm already excited for. And this game looks really interesting. Same art style that they've been kind of doing for a while now, but in a top-down Diablo-like game. Diablo-like's not the right way to describe it. It looks very combat-heavy, like it's gonna be almost a Souls-like type of thing with some parrying and dodging. The designs of some of the monsters look really fucking cool. They're going really dark with this one, which I like. I see a lot of potential in this game being amazing, and I just want to see more. At number 15 is Acts of Blood. This game looks hella fun. It looks like a Sifu clone through and through, and I love Sifu a lot. Very similar type of combat with weapons and all of that. Very similar enemy types it looks like. It might be a bit too close to Sifu, but we'll see. But there's clearly some gunplay shown. You got X-ray type finishers. I really like the vibe throughout the whole thing. It's very badass. And I just fuck with everything they've shown so far. It looks like it'll be incredibly fun to play when it comes out. At number 14, we have Super Meat Boy 3D. The first game, that was really great, had a ton of fun with it, really good platformer. This one seems to be following in the same footsteps, except it's going to be a 3D platformer, which can be a really potentially great upgrade and fantastic way to take the series forward. Looks very still trial and error type of platformer, exact same vibe, similar traps too, with some new ones shown in the trailer as well. It just looks like a ton of fun. At number 13, we have Atomic Heart 2. Now the first game, bit of a mixed bag. Combat was really great, boss fights were really great, music was excellent. But then you had the open world, which was terrible, and the balancing was just completely off. And so the game didn't come out too great, but there was very clearly an identity and some really good ideas. And for Atomic Heart 2, looks like we're improving the open world. The combat looks really fun once again, and I know they can make fun weapons and ideas and the such. The designs of the different robots we've seen all look great, and the trailer overall was just really damn full of interesting things that caught my eye. It looked really damn exciting, and I was shocked. It just looked way better than I would have believed in Atomic Heart 2 to look. So definitely excited for this one. At number 12 is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I love 2D action platformers, games like Cyber Shadow and The Messenger, especially with ninjas. They're just a ton of fun to go through, really hard, challenging you both in combat and platforming. It's just a blast. And getting another Ninja Gaiden 2D side-scroller is pretty exciting, especially like the OG are well regarded. And this game looks excellent in enemy variety and the action and platforming that we've seen. Art style is quite appealing to the eyes. I really mess with it. And this is just an exciting game for sure. I really want to play it. And at number 11, we have Onimusha Way of the Sword. Originally, this game was way lower on my list, but still one I included. But recently, I've started digging into what the old Onimusha games were like. They look like a Shinobi Devil May Cry style of game, and I want to play them. They look hella fun, and this new one looks really great. The combat looks excellent. I really like how the enemies look. It looks really interesting. We get a small glimpse of the boss fights, and they almost remind me of Sekiro with the sword combat and stuff. This game just looks really damn good, and it kind of came out of nowhere in a franchise that no one knows about. So, out of nowhere, I'm just excited now. And finally, we reach the top 10, and we start off with Clockwork Revolution. This game, another one that just came out of nowhere, nothing about it, completely new IP, and it looks fantastic. First of all, I love the setting. It's classic Industrial Revolution London, mixed with some gears and robots. And it looks really good, has an excellent vibe, it looks fantastic, but mixed with some goofy, interesting characters and choices you can make that influence how outcomes happen and all the such. all that has a great potential to be fantastic. And then we get time travel added into it, so there's a lot of potential to do stuff with choices and in the story that could be really interesting. And then the little glimpse we get into combat. The shooting looks fantastic, gunplay looks really good, and then we get a lot of interesting gadgets and fun gimmicks to work around with that just look excellent. All in all, it looks like an incredible game, and I hope it delivers. At number 9, we have Reach VR. Now, Dreams haven't made anything super excellent thus far in VR, at least I don't believe so. Synapse was pretty good. Vendetta Forever looks pretty cool, but nothing out of the extraordinary. But this game looked really interesting. First off, I'm really sold by the idea of a first-person platformer similar to Mirror's Edge inside VR. It just sounds like a great idea. And in the whole trailer itself, it looks really well designed. You even have some bow combat thrown in there that looks really good. A lot of use of different mechanics and abilities at your disposal. It just looks like this could be an excellent, really fun playthrough, especially for VR. And I'm quite on the VR hype train at the moment, so I'm definitely looking out for this one. At number 8, we have Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Now this game reminds me a lot of Black Myth Wukong. It's a very beautiful action Souls-like. What we've seen from the trailer so far, the combat looks excellent, bosses look really fun. Just looks like it's gonna be another banger that kind of comes out of nowhere and surprises everyone. And I'm definitely looking out to play it, especially as it's dropping so soon. I don't really have much more to say. It just looks bloody fantastic, and everything that could be said about Wukong could as well be said about Wu Chang. At number 7, we have Deadpool VR. First off, damn those fuckers at MetaQuest for nabbing all the best IPs and making VR games out of them, and then making them exclusive to the platform itself. I really want to play Batman Arkham Shadow, but I'm not about to lay down $300 to fucking play one game. And now it's gonna be 2 games. I'm still not laying down $300. But it still looks excellent. Like, the sword combat, the gunplay, all looks fantastic. Art style looks damn beautiful. It has the right vibe for a Deadpool game. The trailer shows off some fun gadgets and tools that look great for just fucking around with your enemies and all that. He swears like a motherfucker. It's beautiful. It's like a beautiful game, but, you know, for MetaQuest. At number 6, we have Witcher 4. Almost out of pure obligation, simply as they haven't really shown us much in terms of combat or anything. We got a cinematic trailer, and then a tech demo. It's just like a tech demo, so who the fuck knows if we could trust that? Obviously we can't. But still, Witcher 3, one of my favorite games of all time, Cyberpunk 2077, came out shit, now is great. We know that CD Projekt Red can turn out bangers, and this looks like another one. And something that's got me excited and really happy with the new trailer, outside of just the world looking beautiful, they fixed Ciri's face. Thank God. She actually looks like she looks in the game instead of fucking Frankenstein. So it shows me they're going in the right direction. They're listening to what people want, and this one's definitely gonna be fantastic when it comes out. Probably Game of the Year type of material. At number 5, we have Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. The idea of a Marvel fighting game is really hype and exciting on its own. It's the kind of shit anyone would dream of. Then you have the fact that they gave it to Arc Systems, the people who made Guilty Gear, which is excellent. And then we could just see from the trailer, the art style is beautiful. They know what they're doing with this sort of anime fighting game art style. The game looks really fun. I love how all the characters look, their designs from what has been revealed so far. And you already know the combat's going to be great, because Guilty Gear is fantastic. I love that game. So this is just beautiful, all-in-one package of everything I would be excited for. No doubt it has to be in the top 5. At number 4, we have 007 First Light. It was finally about time we get another James Bond game, and everyone was skeptical because it's IO Interactive, and it's like, let's not just make it a Hitman clone. But it looks a lot more like Uncharted, and let me tell you, it looks excellent. We got the melee combat, we got the gunplay, we got the gadgets and the stuff, the driving the vehicles, the stealth, everything you would kind of expect to be in this game is here. It looks beautiful, all the sort of James Bond environments, the beaches, and the fancy diners and restaurants and all that. James Bond himself is suave, saying one-liners, and being a reckless badass. It all just looks absolutely fantastic, and I think they've absolutely nailed what they had to with this game from what we've seen, and it's definitely on my list. At number 3 is of course Neo 3. Now, Neo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Team Ninja knows exactly how to do combat and how to make excellent bosses, and that's exactly what they do with Neo 2. And from what I've played of the demo for Neo 3, it's exactly that. The combat is excellent. They have not only just done basically what the Neo 2 combat is, they have upgraded, they have improved, they have added a lot more new mechanics to it. They have taken what works from Wulong Fallen Dynasty and they have implemented it here. So we actually have a jump and all of that kind of stuff. The game is focused on exploring these relatively open areas, which is very new for Team Ninja, and it works pretty well. And of course, this game is going to have incredible boss fights because they know how to do that. Even in some of their weaker games, there are still excellent bosses throughout. And so I'm just expecting this game to have some of the best bosses I've ever witnessed because it's Team Ninja at their best, at their peak. Let's go. And of course, number 2 is Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Finally, we are going back to being horror again, and it looks excellent. Obviously, beautiful graphically, of course. I'm really happy we're not doing Ethan again. This new character we've seen already looks way more interesting than him. And the small glimpses we got from the trailer, I'm excited to go back to Raccoon City post-nuke. It opens up the potential for a lot of really cool ideas and concepts and stuff we could do with it. I hope it's not just a key jangle. They don't do anything retarded like somehow Albert Wesker has returned. No bullshit like that. But I have faith. I think returning to Raccoon City can really work. Some of the new monsters we got like a small glimpse of look really cool. They look really creepy. We got a quick glimpse of some characters and stuff. There's a lot of potential, and Capcom never really fucks up that tremendously, so I think this game is going to be really good no matter what, and I'm excited to see more, especially with how much we don't know about this game. And finally, number 1, potentially a controversial pick, though probably not really, Ninja Gaiden 4. I love the first Ninja Gaiden game, it's so fun. It's a bit bullshit at times, but it's a ton of fun. The gameplay is fantastic in that one for sure. And this game looks really great, the combat's on point, it looks beautiful visually, a lot of returning enemies and new enemies. And I'm really excited for this one, especially it's Team Ninja, who I already glazed, we'll talk about Neo 3, and Platinum Games, which have made some fantastic games back in the day. They haven't really had a hit since Astral Chain, and even that one I hear mixed thoughts on, and we definitely don't talk about Babylon's Fall, because I don't know what the fuck happened with that game, even now. But I have hope. This could be the return of Platinum Games, finally being excellent again, putting out another banger. They have Team Ninja keeping them on the leash, making sure it's an excellent game. And I think there's the potential of this being one of my favorite games of all time if the combat's on point, if the bosses are as good as I think they will be. And there's just an immense amount of hype with this game for me, especially that it's coming out quite soon, if I'm correct, somewhere in October or September. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it got delayed, I hope not, but we will see. And that concludes the list. We are done. But really quickly, before you go, thank you for watching till the end. It means so much to me that you're still here, that you stayed till the end to see all of them, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. I also want to give a really quick shout out to Toxic Josh, my good friend. This man has been on the YouTube grind way more than I have. He has stayed dedicated, and he has inspired me to keep going, to make a return to YouTube, to keep making videos and all that. He gives me ideas, and we talk about making YouTube videos and all that. And I think he does an excellent job. He's way better than me at it. I wish I could be at his level, but you know, we'll see. We'll get there eventually. Anyways, that's where I'm gonna end things. Thank you so much. Take care.